welcome to Our Special Lives. I'm Laura McGrath, and today we are talking about capsule medication for feeding tubes. And before we get started, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. One of the things that's changed a lot for us over the last several years is how we administer medication to my son with his feeding tube. I've done previous videos on medication hacks and even one about giving capsule medication. But today I wanted to do a demonstration about a new and improved method we have for administering capsules to kids with feeding tubes. And then I'm also going to do a little review about administering pills to children with feeding tubes. Typically, when your child gets a feeding tube, doctors prescribe liquid medications. And sometimes those medications might even need to be compounded at a special pharmacy because the medication doesn't naturally come in a liquid form. This can be really exhausting for parents because you're having to go to multiple pharmacies, and a lot of times pharmacies don't necessarily stock the liquid formulations of medications. Another issue that we were having with my son's liquid medications is that they didn't always seem to work consistently. And I've talked to two neurologists who both agree that anecdotally, liquid medications can be a little less consistent than medications in a capsule or pill form. My son is very reactive to both artificial flavorings and food dye. It causes irritability and hyperactivity, but going over to pills and capsules has really reduced the chance that he's going to be exposed to those artificial flavorings and dyes. Another thing that we love about giving capsule and pill medications is that it's just much easier to pull than struggling with a bottle filled with liquid into a syringe. And like I mentioned, it's also easier to fill at the pharmacy, and it doesn't need refrigeration. So it's much more portable. If you're traveling, you can just throw some pills or capsules into a bag as opposed to having to carry a large bottle of liquid medication. So for all these reasons, we always prefer, and in fact have gone over to 100% pill and capsule medication for my son. We found it's actually very easy to administer pills and capsules with this technique that I'm sure other people have thought of, but we hadn't really seen it before. I've showed it a couple other times on this channel, but I just wanted to do one video and show everybody how it's very easy to give capsule and pill medication to kids with feeding tubes. In this clip, we show how to dissolve a pill for administration by feeding tube. We take the plunger out of the syringe, drop the pill into the syringe and replace the plunger, pull up some warm water, and allow the pill to dissolve for a couple of minutes. Here you can see we're using the same technique with capsules. We drop the capsule in the open syringe, replace the plunger, draw up some warm water, and then we typically allow somewhere between 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how thick the gelatin coating is, for the capsule and the coating to dissolve. You don't have to actively shake the syringe. I'm just doing that for the purposes of this demonstration so that you can see how it dissolves. So those are the demos. That's it. As you can see, it is really simple to administer medication this way. A little bit of trial and error depending on the type of pills or capsules that you're using. You may have to play around with it a little bit, but overall, we found this to be a great technique for administering medication to our child. So please leave a comment or question below, and please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share.